Hi, my name's Stuart Walker from RMS, and today I'm going to give you an update on the latest motion amplification software released by RDI Technologies. This is version 3.0 and it's got some fantastic updates with this system. We've got live MA, we've got motion vectors, we've got transient analysis and motion color map. Now before I go into these updates, I just want to run through quickly the previous updates over the last 3 years, which have been quite extensive. So on the Iris M platform now, we have 3 cameras, the Iris M, the Iris MX for higher frequencies, and the continuous monitoring system, the Iris CM. So since 2016, there's been lots of updates to this software, and I'm going to focus on the key ones now. So the first one is motion amplification. This was absolutely amazing. This is the core of the product where we can actually see the motion of the machine that's not visible to the naked eye. And as you can see here, it can expose problems such as a cracked bass, anything like that. Next up was displacement frequency measurements. We can draw an ROI, region of interest, anywhere on the image and get a spectrum and waveform data. Stabilization, the camera likes to be on stable ground, but if we do have issues with that, we can use software stabilization to reduce the effect. Frequency-based filtering, this is awesome. We can actually look at an individual frequency and actually filter out the rest of the vibration and only have a resultant video of that frequency. You can see here we've got some screens and a pump, and we've filtered just for the pump frequency, and when we press play we can actually see the motion just from the pump itself, and the screens behind has been removed. Here's another example, a motor and a fan showing you the vibration from each frequency. Motion Explorer, a bit like a vibration database management system, really useful for managing your files and again transform the way we use this system. Annotations, this was great, especially for reporting, where we can actually draw ROIs and then pull out live plots from the data, orbits, look at a bit of phase data between each point as well. Really cool tool. Motion Studio, this is a little video editor within the software and it does everything you need for creating fantastic video reports from different angles. Shaft inspection, this was another feature where we could actually use the camera's capabilities to slow down motion and inspect items of rotating plant. Here we've got some belts we've slowed down, we can actually inspect the pulley, and then also we can inspect the belts, and here you can see the belts are slipping. Shaft measurement as well. This is where we can actually draw an ROI on a certain part of the shaft, horizontally or vertically, and actually get a measurement of run out very accurately using from the time waveform. You can see here we've done it across a coupling. When we look at the time waveform data, we've got an accurate measurement there. So that's another useful tool. So next up is relative phase measurements. This is where if we've got a couple of ROIs, we can compare points across each other. If we enter the speed and set one of them as a phase reference, we can actually see the relative phase between the 2 points. So they're the previous updates. Let's look at version 3 now as some of the key features of this new software. First up is live motion amplification. This is amazing and it's going to transform how we use a system in the field because it can give us instant amplification. As you can see, we were in acquisition, we click one button and we've got live MA. We feel this will be really useful on pipework applications where we can do lots of scanning and see where the vibration is in the field, but it'll have lots of other uses as well on lots of equipment. Motion vectors, this is where we can draw ROIs and actually get a representation of the amplitude and phase and the the direction of motion between points. So I'm going to activate this here, and we can see the arrows show the direction of motion and the amplitude. Really visual method. We can have amplification on or off for this, it doesn't matter, but it works really well. You can see here we've got a pump twisting and bending with some pipes, and you can see the direction of the forces and amplitudes. Makes it really clear. My friend Andrew, colleague Andrew here, is playing with a Lamborghini. As the engine revs, we can see the direction of motion. And when we couple that with another view of the outside of the car at the same time, you can see how the body moves. So we should have some great applications for these vectors. Next up is Transient ROI Motion Track. This is unreal. We can now basically, in the software, we select a transient ROI, and then we actually draw a box around the region of interest, and the software will automatically calculate the motion path for that part and subsequently give the time waveform data. We can get spectral data, so we can actually get vibration across a moving part. Here's a staple machine. We're tracking the motion, we've slowed it down, and again, as well as the path, we can actually get the vibration whilst moving, which is just unreal. This is one of my favourites by Keith. Helicopter coming in, and we're tracking the actual vibration and motion from it, which is just unreal. We can do it on multiple regions of interest, ROIs. So a lot going on there, but we can do it from different sources. So another transient capability is we can actually do moving objects with large motions now. You can see this rocking there. Before, this wasn't possible with the standard motion amplification. You can see on the left that sort of ghosted, and on the right it's worked really well. You can see here it again on this digger. We can actually see the vibration motion whilst it's doing large movements. Motion map. This is a new tool, a new feature, where we can actually look at different frequencies and actually have a colour, almost like a heat type diagram, but for vibration, of where the high and low vibration is. Here we've got a couple of screens. We're going to set off the motion map, and you can see we've got a spectrum, and I can identify an individual frequency, mark that, and then we can adjust the slider scale to actually show the vibration from different areas. So we've got high and low vibration levels represented by the colours. We change to a different frequency, and we can now see where this vibration has been transmitted. So a really cool tool, again very visual. We've also used it a lot. It works really well if you use a single colour. Mark the frequency of interest and then adjust the threshold, and it can actually show you on pipelines and areas where you don't want high vibration, which areas have got the problem. That works well. You can also add a bit of amplification in there and press play and record these videos if you use a bit of transparency in there. So here's some examples. This is again a pipework one with high vibration. Gives some good feel for the system, but we can also use it on machines as well. So that's version 3. I hope you've enjoyed those updates. If you require any more information on the motion amplification technology, please visit our website, rms-reliability.com. RDI Technologies also have a fantastic website too. Thank you.